able to create shots for yourself off the dribble? What was it like? Just the amount of shots you got tonight, just kind of catching it and shooting it.
It was an easy. I'm not gonna say it was easy, but it was a easy flowing game. The way the game flowed, I thought we did a good job of mixing up touches for everybody. Willy did a great job of calling the game. I was trying to be cognizant of where guys were at with the spacing. Obviously, I was in and out of training camp. B was in and out of training camp. Z was in and out down the stretch. So this is probably the first time we played together for more than 20 minutes. Including practices, so it was nice to see us gel. It was nice to see us, find shots in rhythm. I had some wide open threes that I should make, throughout the rest of the season, but I haven't had those in a long time, probably since I played with LA, which is my rookie year. So I think it was a good step in the right direction. We prepared. We felt like we were going to go in here and compete, and I think we did that.
Speaking of LA, just what did you think about the way y'all were just able to dominate the paint with JV and Z?
Yeah, I mean, those are two strong individuals. Obviously, you guys haven't seen Z in a long time. This is my first time playing with him. He finishes well around the basket. He's confident. He worked on his game. You can tell, passing to the weak side, he's showing different things. And if I make more shots tonight, he probably gets 6 assists. So that's on me. And then JV's a very skilled, Euro big, but he can bang, right? Like a lot of bigs, fall in love with the jump shot. He's a guy that can shoot 40 from 3, but can still finish around the basket. He had a light 15 and 13 tonight. And if I give him some more touches, he probably gets 20 and 15.
Did you, with you missing some time, B missing some time, Z, obviously you hadn't had, like you said, not more than 20 minutes. Did you expect it to flow the way it did tonight?
I expected us to compete, and we're all guys who care about each other. We just want to win at the end of the day. I don't care if I take 16 shots or 10. I just want to win. And I think everybody has that mindset. And when guys get going, you try to feed them, and you try to defend to the best of your ability, and then get out and run and make the game fun. I think tonight we did that. Now we got to continue to get better and get ready for a good Charlotte team.
What do you think of job Herb did on defense? There's not too many guys out there.
Good, man. Not on Herb, man. He blocked Hades 3. He made it difficult for him, and he made it difficult for Kai tonight. He's long, he's athletic, he's low maintenance, right? He doesn't complain. Sometimes he might not get the ball, he may be open, and he just does his job. And I think he's wise beyond his age.
There's not that too many guys, I think, in the league who can take both of those assignments in the game the way that he can. Just how unique is it for even these elite stoppers to be able to, okay, I'm guarding Kai 1 minute, and I'm guarding KD the next possession.
Man, he just does his job, man. This is a guy that was Player of the Year in the SEC, Defensive Player of the Year, second-round pick. Nothing was given to him, and I think he has a hunger and a want to. Larry talked about having to kick him out of the gym. I told him he needs to start going on more vacations. You can only work so much, and I think he has that mindset of I'm just going to work, and the work will always pay off. And I think tonight he showed his versatility, guarding essentially 1 through 5, and guarding 1 through 5 well, especially one being Kevin Durant, arguably the best player in the game today, especially on offense.
Zion was saying that one reason he feels like it works so well with you, B.I., and him tonight was none of y'all really care about points. Like y'all are just at a point where you just want to win. How important is just that mindset, and how rare is it to have 3 guys like that with that mindset?
I think all 3 of us, well, Z, we've played different roles, right? Like I've come off the bench, I've been on 1B, I've taken shots down the stretch of games, and I've not taken shots, and I've made a lot of money. So I'm comfortable in any role, and I know how to get the most out of my talent in any role. And I think for B and Z, they're starting to see that, hey, if we play a certain type of way, we can win games, we can still empower our teammates and still go get 25, right? Like it wasn't like they weren't dominant. They were still dominant. They still were themselves, but they made the right plays when the right plays were there. And I think that's the next step that we take collectively as a team is just whatever play is the best. If I got a 3 and Trey got a 3 and he just hit 2, like I'm going to try to get him another one, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what good teams do.
CJ, can you talk about just Coach Green's leadership dealing with these expectations and also the addition of Zion coming into a big night, into a big market? How did he do getting this team prepared?
He's played before, right? Like he's played in the NBA, so he understands, how to motivate guys. He understands, the conversations that we need to have behind closed doors, and we have internal expectations that are higher than the outside expectations. So I think for us, it's easy. You focus on the work, and you'll get results like tonight. And then some nights you may not play as well, but as long as you continue to stack good days of work, stack good days of PD, player development, get your lifts in, watch your film, I think the end goal will be what we want it to be.
And you mentioned motivations. Did you hear any of what the fans were chanting tonight? Did that motivate you any?
Oh, they said I need Dame or something like that. Yeah, I think I missed the free throw because I thought it was funny. It was a good one. I missed the free throw in and out. My wife's going to tell me about that one, but I think it's all in fun, man. He's happy, I'm happy. We actually talked today before his game, but I'm in a good space and I'm in a good place.
That's good to hear. Just what do you think about B.I.'s game tonight as well?
He's a monster, man. He's very skilled. He's very polished. I think Kay talked about him, before the game, saying he hasn't seen anyone like him. He's got the throw out. He got the long sleeves going. Like he looks like a retro player, but his game is very new era. In terms of his ability to score at 3 levels, he can shoot off the bounce. He's added the 3-pointer. I told him he needs to shoot more threes, getting to the free throw line, and he's a good passer and has a great sense of basketball IQ in terms of spacing, knowing where guys are at. And I think tonight you got to see a little bit of everything. And throughout the season, you'll just see him continue to make leaps because he's a basketball junkie.
CJ, you talked about chatting with Dame a little bit. Do you still keep tabs at all on the Blazers?
I was watching him when I was getting treatment. I lift after the game, so that's why it takes so long. I lift and then I get treatment, and I was watching. They playing Sacramento right now. But it's like I'm a basketball lover, right? So I'm going to watch, as many games as I can on League Pass, especially Friends. And I wish the best for them, except for when they play us.
No, of course. For Dame, like, he could have a chance to break the franchise's scoring.
Clyde, yeah. He'll break Clyde's record this year.
As someone that was a teammate of his for so many years and a big part of his success in the teams as well, what do you think that would mean for him theoretically?
I think that's one of the reasons why he's been so committed to being in Portland, was to break all the records, to show his loyalty, to win, and to continue to try to build a lasting legacy. And I think he's done all those things. And people will say what they want about him, but he really works on his game. He really cares about the game of basketball and has figured out ways to. I think the stat when I was walking out, it said that he's one of 4 or 5 players that averaged 24 and 7, 10 straight years. I think that's what it is. Basically, his average is 24 and over 7 assists. So that kind of shows you, top 50, top 75 greatest players of all time still playing. Very, very talented player. And I joke with him all the time and say, if you don't become a billionaire before this is over, you did something wrong.
And just, CJ, last one for me, just for you having this new chapter with these guys and with how competitive you guys look like you can be. I know it's only one game, but your excitement / thoughts on what the season could bring for this team collectively and for yourself.
Well, we know what's at stake here. We got 81 games left to get ourselves ready for the playoffs, to get ourselves ready for hopefully some home games in the playoffs. And we know what that takes. I've experienced it before, all phases. I've been a high seed, I've been a low seed, I've been a playing team. And I think for us it was a good experience last year competing against a team like the Phoenix Suns with a mix of veteran leaders, a mix of young talent, a mix of, obviously a good coach in Monty. But this is just one game. We're going to have some great nights. We're going to have some not so great nights, but we're going to stack good days together. And when the season is all said and done, if we do, what I think we're capable of in terms of the work, focusing on the process, we'll get exactly what we've talked about.
Appreciate it. Thanks, CJ.